Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this part I'm going to show you, this is the second project for JavaScript, which is CGPA calculator using vanilla JavaScript. This is also the same as the previous project that I have worked on. You can watch that video as well, where I talked about how you can build an invoice calculator in vanilla JavaScript. And this logic works in every programming language. You can make it in Java, you can make it in Python, you can make it in PHP, you can make it in JavaScript, and whichever language that you want. The demo should be enter quiz 1. It is out of 15. In your university it might be different. Okay, I'm just telling you. Suppose 11, and quiz 2 I got 10, quiz 3 I got 13. And first it will calculate the average of this 3 quiz mark, and it will add this average with the assignment mark. Suppose 4. Attendance, we have 7 out of 7 I got 5 suppose, and the presentation I got out of 8 I got 6. Midterm, suppose out of 25 I got 20, and then out of 40 I got 35. We calculate this. As you can see, this is the your total marks is 81, and you have a very good result. Suppose it is a first class. Suppose based on this logic you can do any other message. This is just a message based on your result. So as you can see, the HTML, we have the CGPA calculator that will show, as you can see, in the top bar, and then we have the enter quiz 1 mark, which is out of 15, and the input type is number, and it is quiz 1 input. Then we have the quiz 2 input, then we have the input type of number, and quiz 3 input, and then we have the assignment input, attendance input, presentation input, midterm input, final input. Okay, you can change any other thing as well. Okay, all of those things. It's for my university, but in university the marks distribution can be different. Then we have a button to calculate and the reset, and this calculate button and reset button. So in this project you also learn how to work with DOM manipulation, how to get all the input fields value, and you can do processing with it, and click on this button event, and what it will do, it will calculate all the information, and reset will reset all of the information, and it will give it total marks, okay, in a text field. And your total marks is a span tag. It has a dynamic marks. As you can see, its ID is dynamic marks. And then we have the message text, which is CGPA, or you can write it as marks text, as its ID is message text. And based on your dynamic marks, your total mark, it will render some information. It will give you some message text. And I connected the script with app.js that will work on, as you can see here. So let me delete all of those things. So first we need to get all the inputs. As you can see, in this field we get all the inputs. As you can see, it should be const quiz 1 input is equals to document dot get element by its ID. Okay, we'll get the ID from here. Let me go this one. This input type number is ID is quiz 1 input. Okay, it will collect every information in the quiz input field, as you can see here. Okay, it will collect all the information for quiz 1, and we'll copy the same thing for 3 quizzes. Okay, we have 3 quiz. Let me change this to quiz 3. This is quiz 2, and this is quiz 2, and this is quiz 3. So we collect all the information, and then we need to collect all the information for assignment, attendance, presentation, assignment. Okay, assignment input is equals to, let me, okay, it's perfect, document dot get element by ID, and its ID should be assignment input. Okay, let me paste it here. Okay, then we need to have what we have, assignment, then we have attendance and presentation. Attendance input is document dot get element by ID, and it should be attendance input. Okay, let me copy this thing. Okay, and then we have a presentation input. It should be document dot get element by its ID, and let me copy this thing again, which is presentation input. Paste it here. Copy. Okay, so let me check it. Okay, this presentation input. Then we have a const of midterm and final. Okay, so it is midterm input. It should be document dot get element by ID, and its name is midterm input. Okay, and we have const of final input, final exam input. It should be document dot get element by id, and it should be final input. Okay, this is for final input. Okay, done. This is very good. So you will get all the codes in the GitHub link in the description below, so don't worry about it. You will get all the CSS, all of those things. Then what we need is the store some results. The const final marks. Okay, so the final marks would be document dot get element by id, and it should be the dynamic marks that we have here. We can copy the dynamic marks and paste it here. We'll show all the information in this field. Okay, let me make it dynamic marks text. Okay, let me change it to dynamic marks text. Okay, it will collect information, it will show information in this dynamic marks text content, as you can see here. Then we need a message text. Let me copy this thing, message text based on this, which is constant message document dot get element by its id, paste it here, message text. So based on your dynamic marks or the final mark text, okay, it will show some information in the message text about your result. Then we need a buttons, and one is success button, success document dot get element by its id, and it should be button success. Okay, it should be button success. And then we need a reset button. Just copy this thing, it should be reset button, and it should be button reset. So all the inputs is done for this, all the fields and all the calculation. The reset button is done. Now we just need a function to calculate the marks. So we need to write function calculate total marks. Okay, so it will calculate total mark. For that we need some variable. So we need quiz 1. You can write it q1, q2 and q3, and then we have assignment and attendance and presentation. Okay, we have assignment, attendance, presentation, and then quiz. Let me check how many we have. Assignment, attendance, presentation, midterm and final. So we need a midterm and final exam. Okay, midterm exam, let me add exam in the last. Midterm exam, final exam. Okay, and then we do store is total marks. Okay, total marks. Okay, this is final marks input. It is a text box input field. Okay, and final marks text is the dynamic text content, and total marks is our total marks here. So all of those things we need. First we need to gather all the thing, which is q1. It should be quiz 1 input dot value. So it is saying that give me all the information. As you can see, quiz 1. So quiz 1 is this field. We need to get this value. Okay, and make sure it is a number. Okay, so just cut it, paste it here. So okay, it is a number. Just copy 3 times. This is for q2 and this is q3. This is q2, this is quiz 2, and this is quiz 3, this is quiz 3 dot value. Then we have to find the average. Okay, so we need one more variable, which is average, and this average should be q1. Okay, q1, and as it is a number, we can do our calculation very easily. Plus it should be plus q2 plus q3. Okay, divided by 3, and you need to wrap it around the bracket. So it will add all the values, then it will divide it by 3 so that we can get the average. So final score, okay, so total marks, and then we need to get assignment. Okay, assignment should be inside a number, and it should be assignment input dot its value. Okay, and just copy it for all the values. This is for presentation, this is for presentation, and it is presentation input. This is presentation input. This is attendance input, so it should be attendance input. As a midterm exam, sorry, it should be midterm exam. This variable will collect information from midterm input dot value, and the final exam, okay, it will collect information from from final exam input, and this final exam input is this one. Okay, final exam input dot value. So we get all the thing that we need, all the thing. Okay, then we calculate the average. Okay, then we get the total marks. As you can see, we'll hold all the total marks here. This is the total marks. So the total marks should be, so the total marks should be the average of the quiz. So let me make it average of the quiz, it is better. So let me copy this thing, this there. So it is average of the quiz. It will add all the numbers, divide by 3, and 3 quizzes, divide by 3 to get average quiz. Then we have the average of the quiz plus assignment plus presentation plus attendance plus midterm exam plus final exam. Okay, and we store all the information in a total marks. And what you should do, let message will show all the information in this final result in a final marks text. Okay, so it should be final marks text dot text content. In the text content of that thing, we will show the total marks dot to fixed of 2 decimal places. We'll show the total marks. In this total marks, this text total marks text field, where you can see this field, total marks, this field will show the information final result here, and we'll show a message. For that we need to create a show message function. So let me create this function, and it should be show message. Okay, show message will take a marks. It should, okay, it will take a total marks. Okay, and based on that mark it will render some information. If marks small and in the marks is smaller than 40, so in our university it will return us as you have failed. Okay, try again. Okay, you have failed, try again. Else if, okay, we need to write one more condition, and else if we can write marks is suppose greater than or equals to 40 and marks is smaller than or equals to 50, suppose. Okay, if it is between that, we will render, should be second bracket, this should be second bracket, and it will return some information. It will return you have passed with average result. Try more. Okay, copy one more time, and then we need to write a logic for greater than or equals to 60 and less than or equals to 69. 69 suppose. Okay, so 69 it you have passed with ever, it should be you got first class. You got first class. Then the mark, if the mark is greater than or equals to 70 and less than or equals to 74, greater suppose 79, star marks, you got star marks and it is very good result. Okay, then you can copy this thing, paste it again, and if the mark is greater than or equals to 80, okay, greater than equal to, or equals to 80, you got A plus. It is outstanding result. Okay, else you have put more than 100 marks. So you cannot add too many marks. Like if you put too many marks, suppose you quiz and presentation are average, you got more than 100 marks. So in that situation you need to handle that as well. You have put more than 100 marks. This is very important. So it is done, and we need to show that function in a let message. It will call the show message because this function is returning something, some information based on some marks, and it will take a total marks that we got. Okay, based on that it will give us some result, and this result will show on message.text content, will show that message that comes from this function, and it will hold this information in a message variable and then show that thing to message.text content. As you can see in the message part, we're going to show that result. Now I need to make another function which is function reset, to reset everything. We need all of those things. We need quiz 1, quiz 2. Paste it here so that we can do it faster. Delete all of those things. Dot value, it should be empty string, and it's spelled. Let me copy this thing again, paste. It should be quiz 2 and this is quiz 3. It should be empty string. Then we have this thing. These are the things that we want. Add a semicolon. Never forget this thing, sometimes it may do some problem. Delete. You can copy this part. Dot value. Sometimes copy pasting is really important, and you can be very efficient when you do that. And as I'm input dot value, this is empty string. Okay, then we have the final mark text and the message. So final mark text dot text content, we'll write it like this way, is equals to underscore this thing. Then we have a message dot text content, it should also be empty string. Okay, so this is for function. And then to create a button success, so success button dot add event listener. When I click on this event, suppose this is a click event, it will do some work, like it will do event handle, some event. And this is for reset button, so reset button dot add event listener, it will click, when I click on this, it will do the reset. It will call this reset function, and this function will be called. So this is super important. Then we need to create an event handle function, so let me call it function event handle. And when you click on this success button, as you can see, it will handle this event handle. And first it will check if number, it is quiz input, quiz 1 input dot value is a number, it will check. And also we need to be checked all the values, paste here, and this is for and this is for quiz 2, and then we have for quiz 3, and paste it here. Then what, this should be assignment input, and this should presentation input and this should be attendance input, and this should be midterm input, and the last one should be midterm input. This is for final mark, final exam input. Okay, the value, it will check if all the things are all the information, assignment, presentation, attendance, midterm and final, all of the things are number, that will do calculate total marks. Otherwise it will not do that, else it will show in the alert that give proper, give number, give proper, give, otherwise it will show give proper values. Okay, give proper values, and it should be reset. Okay, so when I click on the success button, this function will occur, and if all the inputs that we get from this HTML page are numbered, that will do calculate marks, and if it is not numbered, then we cannot do math calculation, and that we have here, you cannot do all those calculation. This is super important, make sure that, and else it will show that some alert dialog, it will show some that you didn't give proper values. Okay, so and it will call to reset. So when I click on this success button, this function will occur. Okay, and when I click on this reset button, this reset function will occur. So these are all the things that you need to know. This is just for calculating. We're just getting all the number from quiz 1, 2, 3 and taking the average of the quiz, and we adding the average quiz with the assignment that we got, presentation, attendance, midterm mark that we get from the assignment of these values, and add all of this information, and the final text, in the text content we show the total marks as 2 decimal places, and show the message based on this total marks in the message box, all the thing. So this is very simple. So let me check if it is working or not. Okay, so save all of those things, give proper semicolon and colons. Okay, all the thing is done. So let me check if it is working or not. So here it is working. So 10, 11, 12, assignment mark is suppose 4, presentation is 5, as attendance is 5, presentation is 5, midterm is 20, and this is 25. So calculate your mark, you have got star marks, it is very good result. So let me change it, make it 40, and I got A plus, it is outstanding, which is 85, and you just change it to suppose 1, 1, 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is like 5, and this is 5, and as you can see it is below 40, so your total marks is 14, you have failed. And if you click on this reset button, suppose you didn't add anything, so what will do, you give proper values, you need to give all the values. Okay, it will call reset function, as you can see. So when you give some information, 12, 12, 12, assignment 5, attendance 5, presentation 5, midterm, so presentation we have 6, midterm 25, and final we have 26. And you calculate, you got 78, you got star marks, is a very good result. When you click on this reset, the reset function would be called, as you can see everything is empty. So this is a very simple way how to create a CGPA calculator. You can make a more complex CGPA calculator by adding all the semester result and add a total final CGPA, as you can see. So this is a simple way how you can make a normal CGPA calculator using vanilla JavaScript. This is very important. In this part, I just showed you how you can do the DOM manipulation, and how you can do click event when a button click on this and show the information in a text content. And you can add more logic through mathematical logic, mathematical functions, and based on this your result, you can show the information as a message, and how to create a reset function, and how to handle some event. Okay, how to check if it is a number or not, and the button add event listener. You learned a lot of things. So thanks for watching. I'll be coming to a lot of amazing video like this. So till then, thanks for watching. Keep up. Bye bye.